Hey, it's MK, and I am here to celebrate Joan Bartell's 1,000 subscriber celebration. I'm also playing along with May I Scrap Lift You, and this is the lift that I will be doing from Joan's. She did for Bramble Fox. So I thought that I would kind of recreate exactly what she did. However, my first attempt, I did the wrong thing. Instead of cutting the negative, I cut the positive. So 3 tries later, I get it right. Yay! But I do plan on using those with my one single photo. I also have 2 pieces here from Bo Bunny. Now, I don't know if that scrap was from the double dots or not, but this one certainly is. And they are both from my Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit that I have received a while ago, you guys. I think it was last summer. Anyways, I also have Minte woodland papers, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be using them or not, but they do have that peach color in there that I have picked from my sequins because, of course, you know, I chose my sequins before I did anything else. I also have the die cut pieces from the Woodland collection, and because she did a nod to Bramble Fox, I figured I would too as well. Now, I think she is on the design team. I think that's what it was for. I'm not sure if it was a challenge or if it was if she is on the design team. So I don't know the answer to that. I apologize if I am saying that wrong, but I thought it would be just fitting if I added some Bramble Fox as well. I also have a ton of Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins that I thought I was going to be able to use up. However, I only end up using about half the packaging. But what I was looking for was like an ombre effect of these types of mixes. And so I picked out some that had a bunch of, like this one here is full on peach. This one here has a little bit of peach with some teal. Oh, this one has some teal in it too. And so on and so forth. And when they're all spread out inside this so-called color wheel, they're actually going to look pretty cool, blended in, and it does look ombre'd. All right, so what I plan on doing is taking some brushed corduroy and going ahead and using my Picket Fence life-changing blender brush, and then I splash some water on it. Now I'm drying it off so that way I can run it through my sewing machine right on top of the original one that is meant for the shaker box. However, I don't like how small that center circle is. So what I'm going to try to do is trim off all these pieces and then try to spread them out to the other circle that was on the layout, even though they're not going to match one bit. However, I'm going to keep going. This was my plan. This was my idea. And now it's starting to look like a ship's wheel. But that's okay. So I'm going to take my sewing machine and go ahead and run 2 stitches each on top of my color wheel, and then I take liquid glue and then some washi tape to glue in those stitched lines, so that way the thread doesn't try to come out. Not that it's going to, but you know. All right, so I'm calling this tutorial how not to make a shaker pocket. Yes, that is exactly what I'm calling it, because one of the things that I forgot that I was going to sew in is the page protector that is going to be the actual like mechanism of how the shaker pocket works. So I went ahead and I ripped up all of those pieces in hopes that I will be able to use them again, because what a waste if I can't. I'm going to go ahead and glue down my page protector. That's all I'm using is one side of a page protector, but I'm going to stack a whole bunch of paper pads on top of my my panel, because of the fact that the stitching makes it really, really thick. And so I definitely don't want to sit there and hold it, forever. It would take forever. So I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side. I went ahead and double matted my photo, and now I'm going to go through really quickly all of these Minte papers to see what is going to work. And I really wished that wood grain was a little bit bigger, because that would have been beautiful. However, I was going to use that half wreath going on instead, because I really liked that peachy pink background. And this white is too white for me. So again, how not to make a shaker pocket. I'm going to go ahead and ink up with that same brushed corduroy my color wheel, and go ahead and splatter it with water and spray it and all that other good jazz. But I decided to use a heat gun. Do you see how wrinkled my page protector is getting? Don't use a heat gun on a page protector, you guys. That's just not the way it works. So I went ahead and I melted my page protector, and I thought, you know what? It is so me. Now it's really grungy. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to go ahead and put all of my foam strips back on. I was able to reuse every single one of them, you guys. It was so fascinating. I was so happy with myself. And then I went ahead and I used some dimensionals from Stampin' Up! In the corners. And I also had to glue down a few that had some paper on there. I also take off all of the backing because when I take it off with all the sequins, it never fails that my paper jumps, because when I get to the end of the strip and I pull on it a little bit harder to get it off, the paper jumps and the sequins goes everywhere. So I try to take off all of the strips first before adding my sequins. Now, it is kind of a pill when the sequins ends up on the strip. But it does usually come off rather easily. And because you're using a page protector, what the coolest part is that if you get a little bit of static on your, like if your sequins are a little bit staticky, then it'll stick straight to the page protector once you put it close enough from your finger. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so there is my ombre effect of these sequins. I absolutely love it, you guys. Now, one of them was, I didn't realize it was even had the word pink in it. I don't remember the name of it, but it was all pink. Hang on, I've got them right here. What's it called? Autumn pink. I had no clue that was pink. I thought it was purple. And that's why I thought it went really well with the Wild Whisper. Okay, so I also went ahead and just added my background to it. Luckily, it went down straight and perfect. Don't ask me how I did that, but I ended up doing it, and I'm so proud of myself. Yay. And I cut off the branding strip with just a pair of scissors. And now I'm trying to recreate Joan's border cluster that she has going on down at the bottom of her photo. It kind of looks like a Simple Stories banner sticker. And so I was trying to think, oh, do I really want it to go banner-ish, or do I just want a cute little cluster? So of course I just want a cute little cluster. And I have to tell you guys, these woodland cut files, A, they're awesome. B, I didn't have to fussy cut anything. But C, there are some adorable critters in here. The fox I really wanted on my page. The hedgehog, when I got to him, oh my gosh, he's adorable. But that snail, he is definitely going to make it on this layout. I don't know why, but I really wanted a snail to go with my mushrooms. Yes, I did. Why I wanted mushrooms, I have no idea either. Because it's very rare that we have mushrooms. We do have them, but you have to actually go looking for them. Like, they're not in abundance anywhere. We had one in our yard at one point in time. In fact, I think I did a big old layout of it because it was fascinating that a mushroom chose to grow in our desert-ish yard. So it was just something. It was a phenomenon in our world. But yeah, I really wanted something not out of the ordinary. I mean, it's just all of my kids, even my friends, my daughter's 3 friends, I still call my kids. So this is all of my kids, all in one picture. And the older they get, you never know when you're going to get this opportunity. And so I'm going to soak it all up and make several little layouts of the exact same thing. I got pictures of just the girls. I got pictures of just the boys. And then, of course, the sun started coming out and everybody's all squinting in it. And it's just so fun. I'm still scrapping them. I don't care how they look. But anyways, trying to finish off the entire bottom of my photo, because that is exactly what Joan's looks like. I tried to put my title where she did, and now I'm just trying to build a cluster right underneath my photo. Now mine doesn't swag like her banner piece does, but I'm happy with the way that it looks. I also really wanted to add more mushrooms. I wanted to add more flowers. I just wanted to keep going. But then I realized that if I kept going, I would have taken away from this big old huge background that I just did. So I really didn't want to do that either. The background paper that I used, you really can't even see it unless you shake it a lot. The vines and the leaves go perfectly around just that outside opening. And so I thought that was absolutely perfect, how it fit right inside my windows and whatnot. I definitely wanted to use a lot more sequins down at the bottom so you couldn't see all those critters and things down there. But I wanted the leaves and things to be visible. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this layout off with a couple peachy pink enamel dots. Trying to find the exact match to my flowers because I really wanted my flowers to stick out quite a bit. So I went ahead with these close to my heart peachy pink ones. I'm not really sure the color of them, to be honest. Close to my heart gives a name to everything, but I'm not sure what the name was of these ones, but they are they're very peach pink. Yes, they're pink. They were in a pink packet, but they're peach. They're not pink, you guys. I don't know. And last but not least, I'm going to take some sponge sugar distress oxide spray and splatter a few around all of my clusters. Then I'm going to take my rag and wipe off all of the window portions from that spray because I know that it will never dry on there, and I don't want to, set it off to the side and accidentally get it on something else that I didn't want it on. So went ahead and did that. Now I'm just trying to shake all my shaker pieces so you can see that floral going around my window frame going on there. And that is it. This is my layout. I am so super excited with how this turned out. You guys, I honestly tried my hardest to have a stark white layout just like Joan's. And I can't help myself. It always ends up going grunge. I just don't understand. Maybe one of these days I will do a stark white layout and actually keep it white. I'm not really sure, but we will find out. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Be sure to check out everyone else that is helping Joan celebrate this no, I can't even say it, milestone in her YouTube channel. I think that is awesome. Also, be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with May I Scrap Lift You. And yeah, I will check y'all later. Bye.